friends. Welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you are new. I'm Cheryl. This is Table Full of Joy. And we've got a crazy busy week. It's been crazy already, and it's only Tuesday, but it's been crazy. We have Vacation Bible School this week at our church, and I am helping out a ton with that, with snacks and a whole bunch of other things. I have not had a chance to prep my husband's lunch. So I want to show you a super quick, easy pantry lunch that you can make. If you've got a well-stocked pantry, you can make a delicious lunch. Super easy. This is a meal prep recipe because this is going to be enough to get him through for the next 3 days of lunch. I have my meal prep containers back there. Yes, they're on my washer, but I'm going to go grab them. So we're going to make a really delicious lunch for him and get this packed up so that he's got a tasty lunch to get him through. Our week this week has been insane. He doesn't get home from work until 3:30. We have to be at the church at 4:30 so that we can get things prepped and ready to go. I've got snacks to get ready. Just a lot of things have to happen to make VBS happen. We had 65 kids last night, which was incredible. We're expecting about 75 tonight. So that's going to be super fun. And so there's just a lot going on this week. And so I need to make sure he still has a delicious lunch. That's part of my, I don't want to say my duty, but it's part of what I want to do for my husband. I love him and I want to take care of him. And I like to make sure he has a delicious lunch and does not have to go out, because why spend a ton of money when you don't have to? So let's make a delicious lunch. Let's get it in these containers. Let's get it done so that we can move on with the rest of our day. As I said, it's been a crazy busy week and I need to get some of the things done. You see that huge mound of butter back there? I have sugar cookies to make. So I need to get those cookies made. So the butter's sitting back there, but let's get hubby's lunch ready first. So I'm making some couscous. This is just the roasted garlic and olive oil. My husband loves couscous, absolutely loves couscous. So it goes super great with some veggies and some chicken. So in my pot on the stove back there, I just have a 1.25 cups of water going in the pot back there and a little bit of butter. You can use olive oil too. I just happen to throw butter in it. So this is some more of that chicken that I got on clearance at Fred Meyer. Chicken needs a lot of seasoning on it. It definitely doesn't have a ton of flavor. And what do we know, friends? It literally had 3 chicken breasts, and that's what I needed for this week. That is incredible. I've got my olive oil. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of oil on it. My hand is already yucky from chicken, so I'm just gonna keep this hand dirty, this hand clean. We're gonna rub our olive oil around. I'm gonna use this Kinder's buttery poultry. It is incredible. If you have not tried the Kinder's seasonings, I highly, highly recommend them, friends. They are so incredibly tasty. So incredibly tasty. My husband did not know the last time I made his chicken what I put on it. He came home that night and said, "What did you put on that chicken? It was incredible." And I said, "Kinder's." He goes, "Which one?" And I said, "The buttery poultry." And he goes, "Yes, please keep using it because it is amazing." So if you have not used any of the Kinder's, I highly recommend all of them. We have not found one that we don't like. We absolutely love them all. All right, so that's all rubbed down with oil. Let's get our chicken seasoned. Now the nice thing about this does not have to just be a lunch. This is kind of a sheet pan because we're gonna cook our veggies along with our chicken. And your couscous is super quick. This could be a super easy dinner. Just move my chicken aside for a second because we're gonna prep up some veggies. He loves zucchini. We've got some bell peppers that we need to use up. This red one's looking a little shrivelly. So we're just gonna do up all these bell peppers. I need to use these. I've got an onion from the last time we went to Thistledown and grabbed some fresh veggies. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my peppers first. He doesn't care if the seeds are in there. I don't necessarily like them being in there, so I'm gonna try my best to get them out, but I'm not gonna be super particular about it because I don't have time right now. I'm just trying to get his lunch prepped and ready so that it's in the refrigerator. This is what I do to make mornings easier for me. My husband and I have a routine in the morning before he leaves for work. If you are new to my channel, I am newly retired. I just retired actually for the second time, in the second time in a couple of years. I used to be a head chef at a sorority house on campus at the University of Oregon. I was there for almost 12 years. I retired in 2022, and my church needed me. And so I took a position at our church cooking for our church's daycare and helping them get their food budget and food program under control. And I just retired last week. Last Wednesday was my last day there. Getting ready to go into a full school year. I just don't feel like my body can take it anymore. Daycares have a lot of sickness. I don't care how clean you try to keep them, they just have a lot of sickness. And my body at 52 years old, I just don't recover like I used to. So I had to make the tough decision to retire, which is fine, because I've made the decision to stay home, take care of our home, take care of my husband, and focus on my YouTube, which is exciting for me. So we're just gonna go ahead and slice these up, and I am going, because of the sake of our containers back there, I'm gonna cut these in half again. So I'm gonna slice them, and then I'm gonna cut them in half, just so that they all fit in the container. And this is gonna have so much flavor that you're not even gonna have to put a sauce on this. He has little containers that if I wanna put sauce in a container and stick it in the containers for him, I can do that, but this is gonna have so much flavor that we're not gonna have to do that. He loves having these delicious lunches. It's so funny. He'll come home and tell me that the guys in the lunchroom will smell him heating up his stuff, and they're sitting over there with their stuff from some fast food restaurant. And they're like, wow, what are you eating over there? And so he always is super excited to tell them, you know, what he's eating, what I made for him. All right, let's go ahead and get our zucchini cut up, get the ends cut off. Lots and lots of roasted veggies is one of his favorite things. I am going to cut these in half as well. And we want some pretty good sized chunks of zucchini, because these zucchinis will cook down quite a bit. And he is a big veggie guy. He loves having fresh veggies. All right, let's get our veggies put on our tray. Lots of veggies. And it's totally fine if they overlap on the chicken. It's not gonna hurt it. That just means it's gonna add extra flavor to that chicken. With the chicken juice is gonna add flavor to the veggies, is what I'm trying to say. So just like that. Now let's get a little bit of onion cut up. He loves onion, I do not. But since this is his lunch and not mine, I'm gonna go ahead and accommodate him with some fresh onion. We've got our oven set at 375 is what we're gonna roast these veggies and this chicken at. So I'm gonna cut these in pretty decent size rings. I think that should be plenty of onion for him. These are sweet onions. They're local onions to our local farm we have here in our area. And after I get these veggies on here, I am gonna do a little more drizzle of olive oil, and I'm also gonna do a little bit more of the Kinders, just so we get lots of flavor into these veggies. As I said, this could very easily be a one sheet pan dinner if you wanted this to be. You could make your chicken and your veggies and do it all on one sheet pan like I'm doing, and serve this for dinner if you wanted to. Very simple season. This is what I wanted to show you guys with this, is you don't have to have a lot of complicated ingredients to make something tasty. This can be super delicious, super easy, one pan. Make some couscous if you want to. If you don't want couscous, then just eat this. If you're going low carb, just have the veggies and the chicken. We're gonna put this in a 375 oven for about 30 to 35 minutes. I can smell that chicken and those veggies in the oven. Let's get it out. Wow, look at that. His couscous is all done and cooled. This is super easy. I didn't tell you guys about this couscous. Couscous, for the most part, this little couscous like this, is an instant couscous. So you put your water in with your olive oil or your butter, bring it to a boil, put the packet, the seasoning packet, the couscous in there, stir it, take it off the heat, cover it, let it sit for 5 minutes, and it's done. That's why I love it for a quick, easy lunch prep, because it doesn't take a lot of work to do it. So let's get these in our bento boxes. I have these cute little bento boxes that I got at Fred Meyer on clearance. And that's what I have been putting his lunches in, and he loves them. So these are our little bento boxes. They have a lid that snaps on super easy. So I'm just gonna grab a chicken breast, put his chicken breast in the biggest compartment. So these veggies have roasted along with the chicken, so they all have lots and lots and lots of flavor. This is what I love about having a well-stocked pantry and fridge and freezer, because I didn't have to go to the grocery store to make this lunch for him. I was able to just get in my refrigerator, get in my fridge, or get in my freezer, get in my fridge, get in my pantry, and find incredible things to put in his lunch that's going to make him super happy. He's going to be very excited with this. So I was talking to him on the phone a little bit ago and told him what I made him for lunch the rest of this week. He was super excited. My husband is a huge sauce guy. He loves sauces, ketchup, hot sauce, you name it, he loves it. And I told him that I didn't really make him a sauce to go with this, and he was sad. So I said, I can give you a little container of balsamic. I think a balsamic vinegar would go incredible with this. So that's what I'm going to end up doing for him, is I will just get him a little container. We have these little containers that we got them with something. I forget what we got them with, but that's what I've been using to put salsas and things like that with his lunch prep. And so he'll be happy with that. We'll just put a little bit of balsamic in there, maybe a little bit of extra olive oil. He's a huge olive oil fan too. So maybe that's what we'll do, is just a little bit of olive oil and balsamic vinegar, and he can pour it on his food as he wants. I'm gonna move this aside because we don't need this anymore. All right, let's move our containers. Does that not look beautiful? I think it just looks incredible. We've got our couscous. We're gonna get our couscous put in our other side over here. My husband is very spoiled, if you can't tell. I love to cook for him. It brings me joy to get to cook for him and know that he has delicious food in his lunch. So I have these little containers. These are the ones I was talking about. They just have these little lids on them. We've just got a bottle of balsamic vinegar. I'm just gonna put a little bit of balsamic in each one of these, put a splash of olive oil, and he will be able to put that on as he wants. Got our olive oil. We've got this Greek seasoning. I think I'm going to put just a little splash of this in here. Then he can shake this up and pour this over his chicken and veggies. Make sure these lids go on nice and tight. We're just going to put these right inside this container, just like that. Wherever you can find a little spot to nestle that in there. And that was a super easy lunch. This is going to save me so much time in the mornings when I don't have to get in the refrigerator, half asleep, you know, trying to find what to put in his lunch. That is just never a fun thing for me. And I always forget that I have to move this over a little bit because it's got to clear this little lip right there. Just like that. But friends, how good does that look? Does that not look amazing for a really super easy, healthy lunch for him? He takes some no-fat Greek yogurt with some fresh berries, and that's usually his breakfast. And then he has his lunch, which will be this. And this is going to be super tasty. I'm excited about this. I can't wait for him to try it tomorrow for lunch and then let me know how he likes it. I will let you guys know his thoughts on this new lunch recipe that we found and how he likes it. Or maybe I will get him to post in the comments how he likes it, so you guys can hear it directly from him. But friends, thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen as we went through our pantry, our fridge, freezer, all the things to find a delicious lunch to make for him for this week, to get him through, to make things a little bit easier on me since we have such a crazy busy week with VBS, but a lot on my plate to do. And so I need to focus on all that butter back there and get all those cookies done. So that's coming up next. So friends, thank you guys again so much for joining me in my kitchen today as we made a fun and delicious lunch for my husband's lunch. Just goes to show you that you don't have to have a ton of stuff. You can just go through your fridge, your freezer, your pantry, find some delicious things that go together and make a delicious lunch. No need to go and eat out because eating out is so expensive. This way you get a nice healthy lunch and you're using up the things that you have in your house, which is what we're trying to focus on right now, is just focusing on what we've got here in our home and using what we have stocked up in our pantry, our fridge, our freezers, and using all those things. So friends, if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button up there. It would mean so much to us to have you a part of our YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified when we upload a new video. Friends, give this video a like, please, because that really helps my channel out. YouTube loves to see those likes, so please give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you guys have some lunch prep ideas. If you have something that you love putting in someone's lunch or your own lunch, let me know what that is in the comments, because I would love to try some new things. Always looking for some new things. And friends, we will talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day and God bless.